Okay, everyone, welcome. Thank you so much. If you're watching this live or the recording, I really appreciate and want to honor your time. Someone asked, how long will this be roughly? I'm going to say 30 to 45 minutes, but I think at the same time, if there's a lot of questions, we want to make sure we cover as much as possible. So how did we get here today? Well, back in February, I was in Houston, actually for the iBoomerang conference, and I visited a BNI chapter. As I always do when I go to other cities and countries. And I met Robert Meyer, who's out of Houston, Texas, seasoned veteran, seasoned entrepreneur, multiple businesses, multiple hats. He was vice president, I believe, of his chapter, just got a lot of plates that he's spinning. And so we met for breakfast and he shared with me the CRM, and I was very, very intrigued by it, because of a variety of reasons. I'll try to summarize them really briefly, and then I'm going to turn it over to Robert, and he's going to take over and share the screen and give you some more insights. However, what I've noticed in network marketing, coaching, speaking, all the businesses that I've done, a lot of times there wasn't like one tool that could be your landing page, your CRM, which is your client relationship manager, your social media marketing tool, all of those things, and also be simple. I'll give you an example. I've probably signed up for 10 different CRMs in the last 15 years. I never really found one that could do all of it at affordable price in a way that also didn't drive me nuts, where I would be like, oh my God, I have to hire someone to help me with this because I'm an entrepreneur. I'm like, I want to be out there shaking hands, kissing babies, or vice versa, and having fun and living life and being in my flame, which is sales and having conversations and building relationships, not having to deal with a lot of data entry and just even how do I attract new leads, especially in this new normal, right, of COVID-19. Now you can't really go to networking events, and if you do, it might be awkward, all of those unknowns. So it was really kind of divine timing when I met Robert, and then I signed up for the CRM in March. I will say, full disclosure, I let go of all my other CRMs because the price was right and it just made sense. It allowed me to make landing pages, and I'm not web savvy when it comes to that, right? It was what I called landing pages for dummies. It gave me confidence. It was drawing leads in what I call a lead magnet funnel, and I was really excited. And I also do have another CRM, but I'll tell you, I would never, ever refer you to that one because it's well over $300. I also have a virtual assistant for that because it's like speaking French, German, and Japanese all at the same time in my brain. So I'm like, yeah, I'm not doing that, but I'm building that tool for a multi-million-dollar business, right? So when I look at this CRM that Robert introduced me to, it's perfect for network marketing. It's perfect for someone who just wants a really simple CRM that they can control, have access to all of this digital marketing stuff in this here and now, because again, COVID-19 and who knows what the future holds with being able to get back and meet people with a 3-foot rule. And even right now with the 6-foot rule, it's not that easy, right? So I'm going to go ahead and let Robert do a little overview of it, and then we can ask questions. And I also have Kathy here who has signed up, and she loves the CRM, and she's going crazy with it. And she's kind of already a guru. So I think Robert can go first, Kathy can go second, and share kind of what you've seen, how this has impacted your business. So Robert, without further ado, I'm going to shut my trap and let you take over.
Well, very good. Maybe what I'll do, in case people don't know me, I'll give you just a tiny bit of my background. Came out of the corporate world. I worked for years with Texaco. I am an entrepreneur by heart, and myself and another guy created a company inside of Texaco that was sold off to US Bank. And so I ended up working with US Bank for another 12 years, and then I retired. After I did that, I didn't want to do nothing, so I started an energy business, and I started studying digital marketing, trying to figure out how to do this online. And I found it very cumbersome sometimes and sometimes expensive. And But I ran across this platform that I'm going to show you about a year ago. And when I saw this platform, I used it to get customers for electricity and natural gas that I was actually marketing. And after about 4 months, then I thought this program is so powerful that I'm going to actually market it. So it does have an affiliate attached to it, but I would tell you that approximately 90% of the people that use in this platform are using it to grow their business. Does under this platform allow you to get it free with just a few referrals. And so some of those customers has referred other business owners. And so they do get their platform for free, but they're really not out there marketing it as a platform like I've actually started doing. And so I'm going to share my screen. I'm going to go very quickly with this, and I'm going to, if you have questions, I'll help you at the end on it, but I want to, make sure that we get through this very quickly. So this company is named Royalty, and it's actually a Canadian company. And the owner of this business, probably the most interesting story I like about him was when he was in high school, the Washington Post wrote an article about him as being the smartest student in Canada. He went to Harvard, he went to Oxford, he got involved with a company and created some software for medical, and then he sold that off. And he started this. You see, he has a heart for small business owners. And this is really why he designed these programs. But it's anyone that's trying to get more contacts that lead to more customers. And so as small business owners, sometimes we're out there hustling every day trying to get a sale. But there really is a better way. And that's what the big companies do. While we do sales, they're actually doing sales and marketing. And so we want sales today, but really what we want is sales tomorrow, next month, next year. And what I'll tell you is there's good news and bad news in this story. The bad news, no matter how good you are, no matter how great your product and service is, there's really just a small group of people that buy from you today. And so but the great news is over a period of time, there is a huge group of people that are interested in your products and your services. And so digital marketing's really leveled the playing field. And in 2018, digital marketing surpassed TV in getting customers for business. And to me, that's huge. And so this is the first all-in-one digital marketing platform powered by artificial intelligence. Every functionality I show you today, it's already out there, but it's many times you might have to use 2, 3, 4, 5 programs to get all of it that you want. And so the very first part of this, I'm going to show all these symbols to you. And I'm going to break it down so you really understand what's in the platform. So the very first one is called retargeting ads. And really this is for the big companies. But about 4 months ago, Royalty was giving an exception by Google that any of the websites that are on this platform, they can have retargeting ads. And so this is to re-attract people who have visited your website. And so you may know them, you may not, but the way this works is someone comes into your website, and then when they leave it, Google literally starts tracking them. And when they visit any other type of site, whether it's social media or a general app like say Yahoo News or Bloomberg, something like that, they track you and they start showing your retargeting ads to them. And the goal is to bring them back because we know that if they clicked on your website, they're interested in your products and services. We have ad pins, and this is similar, like if you went out and had a Facebook account and bought ads, or maybe you have a LinkedIn or a Twitter account and you're buying ads through them. But this really uses proximity marketing, and it doesn't just go to one social media site, it goes to thousands and thousands of different sites. And so this is to attract people that you do not know. And this is optional. There is a little extra cost to it. But here is a real estate agent. He is in the Dallas area, and he creates an ad by filling in the blank and bringing in pictures. It's literally you create a long headline, a short headline, a large picture, a small picture. Because if you go to someplace like Twitter, you need they won't take as much information as compared to some of the other sites. So once he does this ad, then he decides where does he want to advertise in. And so he wants, since he has a house in Dallas, that's where he's going to pick. He'll enter a zip code or an address, and he creates a circle on a map. And this is why we call it ad pins. This is the circle that he is actually going to advertise in, and he can determine a radius of a half mile clear up to a 500 miles, so it'd be 1,000 miles across. We're actually finding you have better results if you're in a much smaller circle, like maybe 10 miles across or 20 miles across. And so once they decide where he wants to advertise, he then selects advanced ad targeting. So if he's selling a larger home, he's really not interested in the 18-year-olds. He may want to start like 35 and up. Now, if you're selling cosmetics, you're really not interested in the male. Yes, they do buy from you some, but maybe 80% of your business is coming from the female. So you want only the female to see your ad. Here you get keywords or interest words. They can be 1 word, 2 words, or 3-word phrases. And you get 10 of those. And so if you put those in, if someone goes out and does a query, and then your ad will start tracking them if they're in your age group, in your gender, and in the area that you want to advertise. So then it starts broadcasting. And so literally it doesn't just go to like Facebook, it is actually tracking people that are on the internet. So if you're on the internet, they know your age, they know where you're at, they know what your interests are. And so literally they can track, and those are the people that see the actual ads that you are putting out there. This is just a few of the sites that they might see them on. And so I would tell you that there are thousands of sites that they could go to and still see your ad. So Royalty today is buying 100 million ads per month, and they resell them to us for a discount. So here's a young lady, she sees this ad, she's getting married in 6 months, which means she's interested in a house. Not today, but at some point she's already thinking about it. She clicks on that. Now when she does, it opens up a full colored website that the retailer has created, or the realtor. And here he has pictures of the house. He actually creates a video and puts it on his website and shows some more of the inside of the house and says, look, if you'll give your name, your phone, and your email, we'll set up an appointment with you. So when they enter that information, then it goes into a CRM database. And that's kind of the basis of everything. And here is where we store all the contacts. And so what I will tell you is I mentioned already that I actually own 3 different businesses that I'm using this platform for. So everything's divided in our system, so it's all separated. But this is the individual that came in, and when we look at their email, we go out and do a search on the internet. And about 40% of the cases, we'll bring in pictures, we'll bring in LinkedIn accounts, Facebook account, Twitter, other information about that individual. So you get a lot of detail on these types of queries. And then so you can track your calls, your email, your texts, you can keep notes on it. You can determine the time, the dates you want to follow up with that person. And so it gives you a great system to do follow-up. As soon as that individual comes in, then you can have out your first email go out. And this is an email campaign that's in the system. And you can create your own on it, like the realtor. He actually comes in and says, look, thank you for connecting. Here's a link, click on it, and it will tell you my times and days that I'm available. Pick something that's convenient for you, and I will show you the house that you're interested in. And then what we do is we believe that an email campaign and follow up, it builds relationship. And so over a period of time, we win trust. And if we do this, then when the customer or that prospect is ready to buy, then we're in front of that person and they can become our customer. I want to talk about social and content marketing. And so this is where you have different sites today. This is where you're connected to people. So, but I want to talk about today. Have you ever seen a real estate agent put out a house they've just listed on, say, like Facebook? And if you click on that house, it just gets larger. But you can actually bring in an image inside of this platform and actually make it clickable. And it can actually then, once they click on it, go to a full colored website. So that image is now works just like an ad, but it's free to you. And so it allows you to post on multiple sites, and it works extremely well for you. So we have the retargeting ads, we have the ad pins and the social posts. It drives people into your websites, and from there it goes into a CRM system, and that's where we begin our email follow-up. But it's all about follow-up. And this is just a general statement, but I found it to be so true. The growth and success of any business is building a huge database of people who are interested in your products and services. And so that's really where the money's at. And so this whole system is designed to help you get to that point. Now, this is a great place to store your customers. And so you're able to actually not only follow prospects, but keep in front of your customers, keep them coming back to you. And so it's everything's measured by Google Analytics. But I want to say that when I first started, I had to go in and build it myself. You know, I had to build those websites, and it's a great system. I've actually built 43 websites here. But then what has happened is royalty has said, look, we got millions of records. And so today they build your website for you. Now they don't know the video that you have on there. They don't have a picture of the house that you want to sell or whatever your product or service is. So you need to personalize it, but it's very simple to do. They also create your social posts. They create your blog. They create an email news feed for you. Each and every day, they bring this content to us. So today, a lot of people use a lot of different programs to do online marketing. And this is just a few. Some of the better programs that are out there, like Hootsuite's great for social media, Blogger is great for blogs. You can get a number of different email campaigns, and there's a lot of places you can get websites built or build them yourself. Generally, Google does the analytics, the SEO, and the retargeting, and Salesforce is probably the very best CRM system there. But if you used all this and had a few ads, you start out at about $500 a month with all of it. But the truth is, these are not integrated. They're not automated, and they're not powered by AI. So what Royalty has done is brought all this functionality under one roof. And we have what we call 3-click marketing. So when you come in the morning, and you click on it, open your back office, it says, do you want us to send these posts for social media? Do you want it on Facebook, LinkedIn, Twitter? You can also put it on others. But you say yes, and then you put a little heading or what you want with it, and they post it. Then it says, do you want us to place these generic articles and or videos on your blog? You say yes, and they connect the blog to your website because it helps your SEO so much. Then it says, do you want us to email these in a news feed to your followers? You say yes, and it's done. So it's a very simple process. And so they give you all of this information, all this functionality, and the cost is $87 a month. You get 3 AI marketing campaigns, and that means you can run 3 separate businesses on it. You get unlimited websites, 10,000 marketing emails a month, unlimited social media posting. You get SEOs, file sharing analytics, and you get 1 retargeting ad. And if you look at the bottom, you can buy 10,000 impressions for an ad pin, and it's $50 a month extra. And so when I first started, I used the smaller package. I actually use the larger package today. It's the very same thing, you just get more. And I actually have 10 different ads. So the ad pin, you can split it in 2 and make 5,000 impressions. So I have 10 ads that I have out there. Most of them are in Houston and the Dallas areas where I'm putting them to advertise. So this is the first all-in-one digital marketing platform powered by artificial intelligence, and there's excellent support. First, if you're working with Lois, I will help you, and I will teach you that type of thing, but literally Royalty provides great support. They have Zoom online customer service support. They will teach you step by step how to do any part of the system. Some people's really good, they pick it up fast. Other people are not used to computers and it takes more, but they're willing to do it and they do a great job. So you have a team of people that will help you. So today you might be a hunter, but tomorrow I want you to become a marketing machine, but I want you to start harvesting from your database of prospects. And so I'm like everybody else, because I've made all the mistakes, I got a drawer of business cards. And so I was very poor at doing the follow-up. I was very, I might call them once, twice. They ain't ready to do business, I'm finished. I didn't understand that you need to keep following up and keep in front of them, and the drip campaign is where the money is at. So there is a way to get your program to free, and basically all you do is refer this to 3 other individuals, companies. So I have attorneys, flooring people, realtors, it's amazing. Virtually anyone I show this to, it works. Now, since there's some of you that are actually in direct sales, they are rolling out a whole new, they call a team concept. You're going to be able to put your videos out there wherever, and you're going to be able to put any type of documentation. You're going to be able to see analytics to everyone on your team as a group and individually. So it's going to be a tremendous program, but not just necessarily for direct sales. It could be like a big insurance group or a big, say like real estate, something like that, where you're trying to follow and see what your sales group is doing. This program is going to be amazing. I think it's going to help a lot of people. So back to you guys. I'll stop sharing now.
Awesome.
And open
awesome.
it up for questions.
Well, and I just want to reiterate too, a lot of you have more than one business, okay? A lot of you, and this is just my own pet peeve with network marketing, you're not taught how to brand yourself and you can post about travel or essential oils or coffee or gut health or insert whatever other company, maybe cosmetics, Linda, and people, they get sick of that. They really do. So it's kind of like you're drinking the Kool-Aid and you're vomiting the same stuff over and over again, and people will unfriend you, or it's like that old adage, you know, sell out to all your friends and family until until they're pretty much pissed off and sick of you and don't want to ever buy anything you're selling ever again. And so what I want to teach you guys, and I actually had invited a network marketing coach who is brilliant. She was in network marketing, and now she's helping network marketers with their email campaigns and crafting all of their content and stuff like that. But again, most of them don't want to use the really, really expensive CRM, or like he said, I've spent thousands of dollars on a website before I met Robert. Okay. And with this for just 87 bucks a month, and then you can get it for free really easily, because I got to tell you, now I'm coaching people on CRMs. Everyone realizes they need to be digital marketing. They need to have landing pages with lead magnets and funnels, and all of these things are all wrapped in one. It's phenomenal. And even as you're talking to other network marketing people, or you're talking to your colleagues, it's another giver's gain advantage just to share this with them. They're going to thank you for it, and you're going to build more trust and get more respect for the long haul. And so I just can't speak highly enough about this tool for you guys, because heaven forbid something happens. Let's say you did leave iBoomerang, or you left Organo or whatever, you still have your own brand. You have your own brand that people are buying into, and you're talking about lifestyle, you're talking about freedom, you're talking about travel, you're talking about whatever you want to talk about, and you can just brand yourself, and people will be way more interested in. I'd love for Kathy to take over really quickly, because she's made a bunch of landing pages. She's actually helped me. I introduced her to Robert and Royalty, but she cranks out. I actually had her help me make the landing page for this class today. So she's the guru of all gurus, and she has multiple businesses. So Kathy, do you want to share what Royalty has done for you and how you've fallen in love with it and all the good stuff that you know?
Sure. First of all, hi everybody. Greetings from freezing cold Mexico. I would like to say, first of all, that thank you guys for inviting me here. I learned how to use Royalty in a month and a half, and I timed myself on this last one. This is a page I made in 12 minutes. Okay, and it is a page for one of the 5-star hotels in Mexico. And it literally, all I have to do is, when somebody asks me for a vacation, and I can't tell you guys how many sales I've had on vacations in the last month. I've had 5 over $1,000 each sales in the last month just from these pages. So this is what I do these days. Sorry, it's in Spanish, but this is what I do these days is I say, oh, you want to go to Cancun on the 17th of September for a week in a 2-bedroom suite? Here's the page. And so I just copy this, and I make a new one, and it comes out like this. And another thing that's really interesting, this is the hotel in Mexico, the private hotel in Mexico. And I just got an email from them, and it had this video in the email. And when you click on the email, it sends you to YouTube. And when you do emails from Royalty, they stay within the email. It's really amazing. So I'll just give you guys a really quick show of all the different things you can do. This is me as a violinist. Like Lois was saying, you have like 7 different types.
Actually, Kathy, do you mind telling a little bit about yourself and all your different businesses? Because my iBoomerang friends don't know that you're in travel and all of that.
Okay. Well, I'm Lois's virtual assistant, but I'm also a violinist. I'm a travel agent, and I'm a virtual assistant. I'm a digital person. So this is me as a violinist. I've been playing since I was 6 years old. And this is actually a concert that I gave on Lois's Facebook page. So what I do is I use Royalty to promote myself on Facebook concerts or for retirement communities. And thanks to this platform, I've gotten several concerts on Facebook pages and for private communities, as you can see here. And the beauty of the pages is you just pull the link in from YouTube and they stay there. They don't send you back to YouTube, which for me as a musician is a really important thing. So these people don't see that it's a YouTube link. It just stays directly in there, okay? Another thing that I do, for example, this is me as Lois's virtual assistant. Any language, it's good with any language. You can put it, as you can see in another one, I think, that it switches languages. And this is something I wanted to show you guys. These are my pages, and I've done them in a month. Okay, and here are the numbers that Robert was talking about. These are how many people have seen my pages. And there's a guy that signed up under me who's he's an investment broker. He made his like beginning page, 5 minutes. It was like a very basic beginning page. 300 people saw it in the first day because that's what people are looking for right now. And miracles don't happen, but if you use the system and you post every day, some miracles do happen. These are 18 people that I didn't contact, that people saw my posts from royalty who just signed up with me. And so if you're good about this, of course the system doesn't work if you don't use it, but if you're good about the system, contacts just really like magic just flowed into your system. So I've made my own web pages now for 20 years, and I've been basically doing it on my own for about 20 years. And I've tried other systems, but this is absolutely amazing. It's not only good for people who are beginners, but it's good for people who are not, because they can take this part and maybe they have some of their own web pages. You can end up at their web pages, but this is an amazing way to start. And it's an amazing way, like I said, to put all of your different identities onto one page. Okay, so I mean, I have digital cards. I make personalized digital cards. I have myself as a violinist. I have the platform that I'm selling. I'm helping a client of mine he makes handmade chocolates. You can do everything, absolutely everything. Your imagination is your limit on this. I can't recommend it enough. Thank you very much for letting me talk.
I'll add a couple more things that you made me think of too. If you were like me, like Alice, I know you're a coach. As a coach, I'll be honest, most of my pages have been about my coaching business, guys. I do have an iBoomerang page that I haven't built out just simply because I've been focused on Lois Kofi Enterprises. But now I'll be able to, instead of someone say, oh, hey, how can I book travel, or where do I go to check out your travel website? I never wanted to send them to my iBoomerang page. Same thing with my Organo business. Most network marketing websites, it's not you. You're not branding yourself, and it's a weird URL and this, that, and the other thing. So even as a coach, it's been mind blowing. But the network marketing component of it is huge. And how many leads did you get? Was that 1,989 leads that I saw in your back office, Kathy, or did I read that wrong?
No, those are the leads I brought in myself. I actually have 2,000 contacts, but the 18 is from the last week, just from the last week.
Yep.
And I didn't do anything. They just floated in there.
Sue had a question about, are there discounts for nonprofits? Are there any discount programs for veterans, nonprofits, any of that kind of stuff?
No, they don't have a discount for nonprofits, but I would say that, and Kathy knows this person because I introduced her to Kathy, but we know somebody that handles credit card processing for nonprofits, and they've actually built a whole system that they give it to them free. It tracks all the money, gives them reporting on what they need to do at the end of the year for taxes, and they just give it to them for using it. And they've got it set up where they can do a one-time donation, or it could be like $10 a month or $20 a month. And it's very, it's actually, the rates are cheap too. So it's a wonderful thing that, we are working with a number of nonprofits on it. And so it's almost like a perfect system for them because most of them virtually have nothing and they're doing it all manual. So
I'm also a virtual assistant for this platform. And a lot of what I do is for nonprofits. I mean, I'm not a nonprofit myself, but what I do is for nonprofits. For example, I had a meeting today with one of the most famous actors in Mexico, and he wants to start, he's actually giving food to poor musicians in my city because they're all out of work. And so I can give you guys ideas on how to use the system for nonprofits because it's amazing what it can do for your company. I mean, the legal part and all of that stuff, I don't know, but how to use the platform to help yourself as a nonprofit, I can really help you with.
Yeah, what I'm going to do is just partially mostly because Kathy's just amazing and having a blast. Like as an affiliate, how many people have you signed up,
8
Kathy?
in
8.
less than a month.
Right.
Yeah.
And so we'll definitely do like once a month, kind of like with my affiliate training for Lois Coffee Enterprises. We'll do like once a month, we can do an overview like this. And for people who have questions, your marketing gurus, your all those different people, there's a lot of different industries like real estate. I forgot about that one, Robert, seeing your presentation. I mean, how many realtors do you know that could benefit from using this tool as well?
So let me tell you one story about a realtor, and this doesn't happen all, but this is a lady that I know that's in the Houston area, and she did it. And what she did, her ad and her landing pages were not about houses. They were just about her. They were branding her.
Yep.
A woman saw her ad on Facebook. She went in and read her landing page about her, called her, talked to her for about 20 minutes, and signed up an $850,000 home. And 3 months later, they sold it for cash. So that's
awesome.
It's like that page that you saw.
So that ain't going to happen often, but it's just a real story.
It really does happen that often, because that page that you saw, the 12 minutes, that was a $1,000 sale in 12 minutes. And I made the sale 15 minutes after it took me 12 minutes to make the page. So, I mean, it really can happen. And because of this whole system, I mean, everyone knows how we are right now as travel agents. I have 15 people right now in Acapulco because of this page. They're the first clients in the door. So it really can work. You have to use the system. It's not automatic. You have to go in there every morning, and you have to spend between 15 and 45 minutes really getting the stuff that you want onto your pages, and you have to take care of it. The more you take care of it, the more leads you'll get.
But that's normal. I mean, any CRM that I've ever used, you have to be in it every day. If you're not in your CRM every day, you're going to be out of business. And having the blog post, I've been wanting to write articles for years, you guys, and my mom brain just shot that all to you know where. So being able to post these articles, have a blog again, granted they're written by someone else, but every so often I throw in a video that I did on YouTube, or I throw on something else, and it still brings people back to me and my brand. Peg, did you have a question? Because you raised your hand on the, or was that an accidental hand raise? Anybody else have any other questions?
No, I'm good. I got my question answered. Thanks.
Alice.
I have a couple clients that are with Keller Williams. So does this integrate with some of these other defined things? They're trying to use stuff from their own company, but this would be a good augment to it, or does it not integrate?
So like when you build say a web page here, and what the goal is to get the information from the person, like you're trying to get their name, their email, their phone number. As soon as they hit submit, it can open up the Keller Williams page showing that house or whatever they want it to go to. So that works for everyone. And what I would also tell people is if you're working for somebody like Keller Williams and you're using their system, if you walk away from there, you walk away from all your leads. And to me, you're much better off having a system that you're keeping your leads and people you're building a relationship with, and then go sell Keller Williams homes, so, or insurance or whatever it is, if you're in somebody else's system, you don't have control.
Yeah, it is that tricky thing because, of course, they have lots of tools built into their own system that help them differently as well. So
there's good stuff. So I would say the integration is not 100%, but there's a lot of things that it really does do to help them. And so virtually all realtors, they bring them in and then they take them to some other type of web page afterward, or like in Houston, they take them into the where they have all the houses listed and stuff.
One thing that's really important about this platform is that it acts like a paid ad on Facebook. So when you put an ad, you just go in there, your designs are all saved and everything else. You just save your verbiage somewhere else, you copy and paste and you post, and it sends you to another page. It doesn't just make the picture bigger, it sends you to another page. So it looks like you've just spent a fortune on all these ads that you post twice a day, when you're not. You're just going in the morning and in the evening, and then you can go on Facebook and just look for all the groups where you can post stuff. And
So maybe we've learned a lot of tricks of, you know, how to really post this stuff. Probably one of the biggest tips that I've learned is if you go to LinkedIn and you can start posting and you add hashtags, well, you don't even have to post on that. I'm following now like 1,000 hashtags. And so I can go open up a hashtag. It may have 20,000, 30,000, 50,000 people on it, and I post. Some of those hashtags have 5 million, 10 million, 20 million followers on it. Now that you could post every hour and they will not see, no one person would ever see your post more than
And it
once.
looks like a paid post. So it's not just like you're going in there and you're posting all the time. It looks like a paid post because only paid posts send you to another page. So it's absolutely fantastic. So there's a page that I'm on that they post 70 to 100 times a day. So I just post whenever it gets too far down, and it looks like I've paid every time I've done it. It's absolutely unbelievable. And when you post like that, they have to leave their information in order to get to the next page. And that's where the magic leads come from.
Yeah, for me, I prefer face-to-face belly-to-belly, but now that we're in this, it's nice. I get about 2 to 6 leads a day in the system, and I can just keep dripping on them. But really it comes back to, again, branding yourself. Or Alice, and I know I have a couple people who couldn't attend, they have clients who always need help with marketing or CRM. Everyone needs marketing and a CRM. So that's why I love it too, because now I'm referring it to all my clients. I get it for free, make a little extra money, have another affiliate of residual income stream, and the system's always going to get better, right, Robert? They're always looking. Oh, tell about the expert, because Alice might qualify for that. The thing that I'm gonna.
So this platform is amazing, but this, you know, I talked about the owner and I say that he's a visionary. He really is, and he's been working on this idea for 7 years, but he's rolling it out. This actually in July, they're announcing it, and it's experts. So literally you'll be able to set, if you use the service, it'll be 3 goals that you set. One will be for health and wellness, one will be for business, and one will be, I call it personal development. And what they are going to do is allow people to apply and actually teach those people. And you'll be the expert and you may be a coach, but just to give you a feel, it costs them $87 a month, and they will have a team of experts to help them get their goal. So like if I said, okay, I want to lose 25 pounds and that's my health and wellness goal, then I'll have a team that's put together that helps me get there. Most of it will be group, but you will have some one-on-one. And so it should be amazing. And it's just like a sister program with this. And it's almost like 2 separate business, but there's a number of people that will do both of them. So.
One more thing though, Robert, because maybe I heard this wrong, but I don't think you mentioned this. Normally it's refer 3, get it for free, but in July, if they refer that first person, they get paid $87 for that first person, which cancels out the $87 membership. So you could get your first month for free in July.
So the last 3 months, they've given upfront bonuses, and the way they've worked is the first person, they give you 87, and now it's the third person that you bring in is 87. And if you got to 5, then you get another 87. So They've actually done that for the last 3 months, but I can't say it's going to be there forever, but it is there in July.
So in some ways, right now, it's a better timing.
So Lois, can we use this recording to show other people?
Oh yeah,
That's
absolutely.
what I thought. Just wanted to confirm. Yeah.
100%. Yep. That's why I wanted to make sure, because I have people in France who couldn't make it, people in Canada, just different. It's Friday night, so I understand.
I wanted to answer Ginger's question. Hello, Ginger.
Oh.
What's the simple explanation of the benefits of sharing the CRM with others? You're not only helping their businesses grow through their CRM, but you're helping yourself, because with 3 people underneath you, you get the platform for free. As long as you have 3 people underneath you, you don't pay for this platform ever. If you have 2 people under, then you have to pay for it. But if you have 3 people under you, it's permanently free. So there's 2 advantages. You're helping out your friends, the people that you know, and you're helping yourself save the $87. So that's the double benefit that comes from this.
Well, and if even simpler too is, I love the free thing, but ask them who's doing their marketing, who's doing their social media. Are they following up on their leads, or are they losing them? Are they using a spiral notebook, for example, or do they have note cards and they're losing the business cards? They're losing money. They're leaving money on the table. They're wasting a lot of time. And depending on what kind of system they're using, and I could speak on that, I've thrown a lot of money at CRMs, you guys, over the last 15 years, and none of them are as holistic and all like one-stop shop in this. And he showed the screen about how much money would cost you if you hired a social media person, if you hired gotten a website. ClickFunnels, huge, amazing tool, but it again is also like Infusionsoft, $300 to have limitless, landing pages. This is only $87, and you can get it, again, you can get it for free. So saves you time, saves you money, or helps you make more money. And it helps kind of leverage. You can get leads 24/7. I'll wake up in the morning and I have, 4 to 6 new leads, and I didn't have to be camping out on Facebook waiting for someone to comment on my post or like on my post, send them a private message, do that whole song and dance. We've been trained on all of that kind of stuff, and that sucks your time, and you're probably wasting a lot of time on Facebook as a result. So you can spend more time with your family, make more money, have leverage, not do all that social media and website stuff.
To answer Ginger's question, can you make an income from promoting this platform? Yes, of course you can. It takes a while. It's just like any other business. You have to put the time and effort into it. I've put probably 3 hours a day at least into getting the 8 people that I have under me. I'm sure Robert spent a ton more every day doing this. So, it's a business. It's like anything else. But yes, you can make a good income promoting this platform and having people under you.
Yeah, Ginger, I know you're not in my Lois Kofi Enterprises affiliate program, but there's affiliate marketing programs where if you do it right, you can make 6 figures. And you could even look at Kathy. Not that none of you probably want another career, but she loved it so much. She's now a virtual assistant using the platform. So, she gets paid, earnings for being a VA and essentially a marketing arm for someone's company. So if you were looking for another stream of income, I can coach you on, what you could charge, and they get the system, and then you get paid for that.
Very interesting. Thank you, Lois.
Any other questions? And it's great for health and wellness too, Robert. I know I have at least 2 people who couldn't attend today that are in health and wellness network marketing companies, but it covers all different topics, but health and wellness. Do you have any testimonials for network marketers or health and wellness specific products?
I just have somebody that's been like USANA vitamins, one of their top leaders is has just signed up with me on this. So he's pretty excited about it. He sees how he can really grow it. I'm going to give this as an individual that is the top marketer in royalty. Okay. And he's been doing this a year and a half. He has 1,200 people on his first line, all online connections. Everything he does is online. And
So they were strangers? Are you saying they were strangers that he met through?
Yeah, everything online, strangers. Now, I'm sure he's probably brought other people in, but virtually all of his business is contacting people online. And he's just, he's in that $30,000 a month range in a year and a half on this thing. So you can make a lot of money in it too.
Sue has a question, I think.
Yes, I had a question, Robert. If a person is in a direct sales multi-level, whether they're in coffee or they're in cosmetics, can they use that particular trade name as their business, or is a specific individual business name to be listed on the application?
Yeah, for example, Robert, if I would have said iBoomerang instead of Lois Kofi Enterprises, is that acceptable?
I think that a lot of these people, even on Facebook, if you're doing ads and stuff, they will block you from using some of these names. And so what we train people is that you put out almost like a generic post or generic, and then once you bring them into your website, then you can talk about the products and services, including their brand names.
Well, actually, I think, and Sue, I'm going to add on to what he said. Here's the bottom line. Brand yourself. Let go of iBoomerang. Let go of Organo. Lead with Sue, lead with Lucy, lead with Linda, lead with Peg, Ginger, Amy. It's easy to hide behind the company name, just like Keller Williams. I was with Keller Williams, and I get it. They all want you drinking the Kool-Aid. It's you. So just, I would say, forget about putting iBoomerang as your company name and come up with your own name. Did that answer, Sue?
Yes, thank you.
And Peg has a great question, because Leanne also had this question, Robert, and I don't know if you've done research since Leanne mentioned that to you, but pre-built social AI marketing is out there, and oftentimes, I haven't researched them. I don't know the differences, but they say that they're, you know how it is. They say that they're just as good or better than royalty or any other kind of concept out there. Do you know the differences?
And that is what the owner says of this. He says, we're not doing anything new. He says, but what we did do is bring it all together and put out so much functionality, and literally they don't require contracts on this. You can come in, you can leave. And literally they said, we're going to bring you so much value. Very, very few people leave royalty. And so about the only ones that leaves, the ones that don't do it, actually use the product.
I don't know if you guys have read Isaac Asimov. Isaac Asimov wrote over 120 books. In one of his books, 2 of them were about physics. And the most amazing thing about his physics books were that they were easy to read. They were for like beginners. They weren't for beginners, but they were written so well. And so someone asked him once, well, you know, why are you so famous? Why are you so good? He said, it's so hard to write simply. And I would say that this is the advantage of this platform. There's no other platform that is so easy to understand. It is very difficult to be simple. And that's the beauty of this platform.
And the other thing, I hope you guys understand this. I forgot to say this at the beginning. I have gotten to the point where I always now, when I refer something, I want to make sure I've vetted it, I've checked it out. And so that's been what, March, April, May, June, July, 4 months. I'm a, you know, pardon the expression, shit or get off the pot gal. If I don't like it, I would have left already. And I wouldn't be having a call right now, sharing it with people that I care about. So my integrity and my reputation means a lot to me. So that's the only reason I wanted to bring this out to you guys and see if you could benefit from it. And I think, Lucy, did you create an account? Did you want to say anything or add anything, or?
Sure. I did, and I was trying to play with things a little bit, so I have a bunch of questions. I was trying to figure out where the link was for the referral part, and I was working a little bit with contacts and trying to put them into CSV, but it didn't get the phone number. But anyway, but I love what Robert mentioned to me, and I don't think you mentioned it, but the fact that you can put your link to your Facebook or your website in the image that you put on Facebook. So when they click on it, it will take them right to the site. And I thought that was really freaking awesome. Because that's something I was just thinking about this week. I was like, I wonder how you could do that. Thought there was some way you could do that, but I didn't know if there was a way to do that. And my experience with pre-built is that they don't have an email CRM. They just have a way to post, like regular posting. That's all I know about it. So this is really totally different.
Yeah, and they don't have the expert section too.
Yeah, so I mean, there's such a difference. This is all the bells and whistles, and this is putting everything together, like Robert said. It's amazing. So thank you for finding it, Robert, so that we could all know about it.
And I would say that even with Lucy, we've talked about, we're going to meet again, and I'm going to give her training and walk through kind of step by step. And that's what I do. I feel the more you know, the better you're going to be able to get benefit from it, and you're going to become a cheerleader of the platform. And that's what we're trying to do.
I do have a question though, Robert, because there's the steps you got to go through to keep going. And I did my click one, and it didn't seem to post to Facebook. So like I did the posts or whatever, and it didn't seem to click to Facebook. It didn't show up. So I don't know what went wrong, but
Kathy, do you mind showing how to do that really quick? Give an example. Or I can do it.
Okay, give me 1 second here.
Because it had Facebook, it didn't have Twitter and LinkedIn set up, or it didn't let me have the option to switch those. So
it's probably
I've already
clicked, and it doesn't.
I'll take my tiger. This is one of my own ads, and this is actually for royalty. 14 people have seen this in the last day. Okay, so what I do twice a day is I say share a post. I say Facebook and LinkedIn, and I'm going to have to stop the share and go back because it goes to a different page. Then all I do is I copy and paste what I have my saying on some other page. I just copy and paste, and then I send it. And that's it. I'll show you very quickly.
I guess for beginners, though, mine didn't even let me get to that point. I mean, it just, so I mean, we need
probably there's probably like a technical thing. That's why I love I've used the customer service. The Zoom thing is awesome. All of a sudden, I've got this person on Zoom, and they help me walk me through it. And you know how I've never had that. Any other CRM or social media thing or whatever, good luck. You're on your own. You might get a phone number to call, but if you're technically challenged, you need to see the screen, or they need to see your screen, or vice versa. Otherwise, it's a waste.
And Lucy, I'll get with you and walk you through it. Okay.
Exactly. What Robert I do, every person who signs up under me, I give them at least 4 classes. So it's 4 hours that I give them on how to make the pages, how to set up their emails, how to do this, that, and the other thing. I do this all the time.
And now if more of you do this, we could do this once a week. Right, Robert?
Whatever we need.
Exactly.
As long as you invite new people. Well, we all learn new things, and if we all assist each other and help each other, it's like, we all rise with the tide. We'll all make money.
Exactly.
Whatever our business is.
Is the contact section customizable so you can have your own fields you want to track, or is it kind of a template that you can't change?
Well, it's not the CRM system where you have your contacts in there. They don't give you a lot. You can add to it, or you can divide them into different groups, so you can have a whole different campaign for them. Like for sure, you talk to your customers different than you would a prospect. And so there's a lot you can do in there. I've seen some other like contents where they give you a little more flexibility, but this one has quite a bit of flexibility in it for you.
Did that answer your question, Alice?
Yes, thank you.
Okay. Peg had another one. So just to be clear and write this down, because we've said it a couple of times, in July, yes, it's always $87 a month. But if you refer one person this month before, right, July 31st, one person, you get refunded. And that's what happened to me. That's what happened to me. And to be honest, that's part of the reason they're brilliant. I got excited about it. I'm like, holy crap. You know, most affiliate programs, yes, they're free, but you're not getting a product like this, right? So you get your social media marketing, your CRM, your lead magnets, your landing pages, and then you can cancel it out with one referral this month. If you wait till August, then that it does start anew again. You would need to add 2 people to that one. Or if you get 3 people this month, you get $87 times 2, which is about $170. And I had that happen to me as well. So you can actually be net positive this month if you did bring in 3 affiliates under you or 3 customers. Did that make sense? Lucy, you look
Yeah,
confused.
yeah,
Yeah, that
thank
makes
you.
sense. Yeah.
Okay.
I
I'm
was thinking about
at the
something
meeting
else.
right now. It was really nice to meet all of you, and I hope to
Thanks,
see you,
Kathy.
very soon.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll see you very soon. Bye-bye.
Thanks, Kathy.
All right.
Adios, amiga.
Bye.
Regarding the CRM, and Lois, I don't know if you have a HP or you had an Apple computer, but I just did 5 contacts and I made them a CSV card. And when I tried to put them in, it didn't put any phone number in. Like it would do the name, the note, and the email, but it like had phone, but it didn't put the phone number in. So I don't know if like I have to go into the Excel. I did it through some other, like it was some link I looked on YouTube how to transfer like an Apple to whatever, and it was like a really kind of cool like brother dot something, and you put, so I put 5 in just to see what happened, and then I put it in just to see.